Hi, I'm John with Sharpened Artist. In this part 1 video, I'm drawing a male mouth with teeth on toned Stonehenge paper. Alright, so I'm drawing on this Stonehenge paper, which is an all cotton paper. This particular color, though, is Craft. It's called Craft. And I really do enjoy working on this paper. It's one of the newer pads that they've actually come out with. Right on the front of the Stonehenge paper pad, it says, inspired by the industrial look of paper grocery bags. Each earth-toned leaf provides a surface perfect for printmaking, drawing, or experimentation. All cotton and emanating Stonehenge archival virtues. This is Stonehenge Craft. It's such a nice paper to work on. There's also some other paper manufacturers that make this particular kind of tone, or this tan kind of color, but this one is just slightly different color wise and also the texture of it. So if you've not tried it, give it a shot. So I'm using luminance pencils, drawing a male mouth here, and most of the pencils that I'm going to be using are going to be darker, and I'm relying on that color, that craft color of the paper as a good surface for my middle values. And so I'm pushing all of these tones quite a bit darker at the very beginning, using a lot of burnt sienna. Also a little later on I'm going to be using some blue in the corners of the mouth and some different areas, but I'm mostly sticking to luminance pencils in this particular drawing. Went ahead and colored the teeth white just to show the contrast there a little bit before starting to make some contoured marks on the teeth. That's the best way to show that the teeth have some dimension to them and they're not just straight across the face, because the mouth wraps around inside the jawline there, and so we want to be able to show that. As artists, we were able to curve those by adding different tones of color inside the areas of the teeth, and as it recedes and gets further away from us inside the mouth, we can add darker colors to the teeth, and that makes it very convincing when we do that. So I'm adding just this initial base layer of burnt sienna to the skin, and it gives me a good solid undercoat or base to work from, and then add colors on top and lean it in whichever direction that I want to later on. Now I want to be careful on this paper, or any paper really, that when I am laying down some of my initial layers, that I'm using a very light touch. And if sometimes, you know, a very sharp pencil will dig into the paper just a little bit, and I'm going to take my kneaded eraser and I'm going to remove that as quickly as I can and as much as possible. That way it won't dictate to me how dark I'm going to go in a certain area, and that's what a dark mark can do to us. It can tell us, you know, even subconsciously, that okay, I got to go that dark in that area. Now I am using polychromos a little bit with the lips. There's just such a limited amount of pinks and reds in when we're using the Luminance brand, and so the polychromos pencils really help out in that regard. Going in here with a lot of different colors, but some very neutral colors for sure in the teeth, especially those that are receding back into the mouth and away from our view. Now I'm adding just a base layer of the pink to the skin after we've got that dark red everywhere on that initial base layer, or this undercoating. Then we can add this pink up on top, and it just makes it come alive just a little bit. Now remember, when you're drawing mouths, that you want the corners of the mouth to be a lot darker than anywhere else in the mouth area, because that makes sense logically when we think about how the light is traveling. So be sure to pay close attention to that.
If
if you're ready to learn more about the Sharpened Artist Academy, I'd love to have you join us over there. There's hundreds of students just like yourself wanting to level up their color pencil drawing skills. There are high-def videos available within the course modules. There are new courses and classes added all the time. I'll see you in the next video.